The Rise and Fall of Mark Lifman, a story of power, crime, and tragedy. Mark Lifman's life is a narrative that could rival the most gripping crime dramas, a story of ambition, power, corruption, and a violent end. From a humble beginning as a young man selling peanut clusters on the streets of Cape Town to becoming one of the most notorious figures in South Africa's underworld, Lifman's journey is a tale of meteoric rise and catastrophic fall. Humble beginnings in Cape Town. Born in 1965, Mark Lifman grew up in Cape Town, South Africa, during a time of significant political and economic turmoil. Apartheid laws segregated communities, and opportunities for upward mobility were scarce for most people. Yet, Lifman's family managed to instill in him a sense of ambition. As a young boy, he started selling peanut clusters to make money. Walking the bustling streets of Cape Town, he learned the art of persuasion, negotiation, and survival. This early exposure to business sparked a fire in him, and Lifman vowed to rise above his circumstances. He wasn't just selling peanuts, he was studying people, understanding their needs, and developing a sharp mind for opportunity. Entering the world of nightlife. By the late 1990s, Lifman had left the small-scale hustle behind and entered the world of nightclub security. Cape Town's nightlife was thriving, but it was also dangerous. Clubs were often plagued by brawls, and owners lived under constant threats from gangs demanding protection money. Lifman saw a lucrative business opportunity. He started offering security services to nightclub owners, presenting himself as the solution to their problems. But behind the scenes, whispers suggested that his services came with strings attached. Many believed that Lifman's security was a front for organized extortion rackets. Those who refused his help often found themselves dealing with mysterious acts of vandalism or violence. Despite these allegations, Lifman's influence grew rapidly. He became a powerful player in the industry, and soon, his name was synonymous with Cape Town's nightlife. Club owners either respected him for his ability to maintain order or feared him for the consequences of crossing him.
I have been associated with a charity called Elite Lebantu for a number of years now. We were called upon to provide material goods to children in the community, and being in the clothing industry as well, I decided to give a donation of school pants to 8,000 children. By giving these clothes to the children, we believe that we are giving them a sense of pride, and that pride is something that a child requires to carry themselves forward into the world, and we believe that these children will look better, and I'm very, very proud that I was able to make this donation to the various children in the area.
From businessman to alleged crime boss. As Lifman's empire expanded, so did the allegations against him. His name became linked to organized crime, with accusations ranging from extortion to money laundering. Cape Town's underworld was a complex web of rival gangs, corrupt officials, and power brokers, and Lifman was rumored to sit at the center of it. Yet, for all the whispers of illegal activities, Lifman managed to stay out of prison. Some speculated that his connections within law enforcement and local government shielded him from prosecution. Others believed that his wealth allowed him to buy his way out of trouble. Whatever the case, he was a man who seemed untouchable until his first major scandal. The indecent assault scandal. In 2005, Mark Lifman's carefully crafted public image took a severe hit. He was charged with indecent assault involving 7 boys, a case that shocked Cape Town. The accusations were serious, and for the first time, Lifman faced the full weight of public scrutiny. He vehemently denied the charges, claiming he was the target of a smear campaign. Despite his defense, the case cast a shadow over his reputation. Though he avoided conviction, the scandal marked a turning point. No longer was Lifman seen solely as a shrewd businessman, he was now viewed as a controversial figure with a dark side. Consolidating power in the underworld. By the 2010s, Lifman had re-established his dominance, becoming one of the most influential figures in Cape Town's criminal landscape. His operations extended beyond nightclub security into real estate and other business ventures, further blurring the lines between legitimate enterprise and illicit activity. One of his most notorious associations was with gang networks in the Western Cape. Lifman was said to have forged alliances with powerful gang leaders, using their muscle to enforce his interests. This partnership made him nearly untouchable, as few dared to challenge someone with such extensive resources and connections. The Brian Weinstein murder case. In 2017, Lifman's name was linked to one of the most high-profile murders in Cape Town. Brian Weinstein, known as the Steroid King for his role in illegal steroid distribution, was gunned down in his Constantia home. Lifman, along with two others, was named as a co-accused in the case. The murder drew significant media attention, and Lifman's involvement added to his already infamous reputation. While he denied any wrongdoing, the case further tarnished his image. It also signaled a shift in the narrative surrounding Lifman. No longer was he just a businessman with alleged criminal ties, he was now a central figure in some of Cape Town's most dangerous power struggles, legal troubles and financial losses. The South African authorities began to close in on Lifman. In 2021, his bank accounts were frozen, and several of his properties were seized. The government accused him of tax evasion and money laundering, launching investigations into his financial dealings. These legal troubles weakened Lifman's empire. Without access to his assets, he struggled to maintain the level of influence he once enjoyed. Yet, he remained defiant, insisting that he was being unfairly targeted by the state. As his financial situation deteriorated, so did his standing in the underworld. Rivals saw his vulnerability as an opportunity, and cracks began to appear in the alliances that had once protected him. The assassination. On November 3, 2024, Mark Lifman's life came to a violent and dramatic end. He was leaving the Garden Route Mall in George, Western Cape, when gunmen ambushed him. Witnesses described a chaotic scene as bullets rained down on Lifman, killing him instantly. The assassination was a targeted hit, carried out with precision. Many speculated that it was the result of a power struggle within the criminal underworld. Others believed it was an act of revenge, possibly linked to one of the many enemies Lifman had made over the years. His death marked the end of an era in Cape Town's organized crime scene. It also left a power vacuum that threatened to destabilize the delicate balance of the city's underworld. The legacy of Mark Lifman. Mark Lifman's life is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the high price of living on the edge of legality. He was a man who rose from humble beginnings to become a powerful figure, only to lose everything in a violent downfall. For some, Lifman was a criminal mastermind who exploited Cape Town's vulnerabilities for personal gain. For others, he was a savvy businessman who navigated a dangerous world with skill and cunning. Regardless of perspective, his story serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of a life built on power, manipulation, and fear. In the end, Mark Lifman's legacy is as complex as the man himself, a mix of ambition, controversy, and tragedy that will be remembered for years to come.